Hi, this is Paul again, and I've got another new video to show you, and I'm calling this the quad-step polygon sequence. In the last couple of years, I've put a lot of research into a system I call quad-step. I've put some more research into this and I've got something to show you. Now if you look in front, I'm showing you quad-step balls going around a 3-sided polygon and a 6, 9, 12 and 15-sided polygon. Now look at the 6-sided, the hexagon polygon. Now this shows a perfect 24 4-ball array. But now I want you to take a look at the 3-sided polygon. Now you can see the balls are formed around the triangle in a perfect symmetry, but they don't go round in a perfect circular circumference. Now people that have studied sound wave in sand have shown this type of geometry. Okay, let's move on to the fourfold. Okay, look in the center, the square in the center. If you look at the balls, they're not in a perfect circumference, but the balls are in geometric form, just like the 3-sided polygon. But now take a look at the next polygon, and it's the 8-sided polygon. Now the balls of the 8-sided polygon are a perfect 32-ball quad-step array. Okay, let's go to the 5-fold quad-step polygon setup. Now look at the pentagon in the center. Now we are showing a perfect 20-ball array. Isn't that something? Now I showed in my earlier videos that this 20-ball array is what gives us the B-type DNA. And the 20 balls can give us a perfect helical form. Isn't that something? Okay, now I'm going to take you to the 7-fold. Now the 7-sided polygon is made of a 28-ball quad-step array, a perfect array. And the next ring is a 14-sided polygon. And this is 4 times that to give us a 56-ball quad-step array. Okay, now I've put an anim together to show you this type of geometry going together. Okay, you can see that the quad-step system is making a perfect sequence of polygons starting from 3-sided all the way up to 15-sided. Now I think this is a perfect geometric order, but the intellectuals don't seem to see it that way. I'm only getting 2 or 3 views every 48 hours. And nobody's making a comment. Now they've taught the chaos theory for 60 years. And they never show a 3D entity or a 2D entity to work with. Just mathematical equations. What is the problem with geometry with intellectuals? I don't know. I sent in a manuscript to academia with this Stonehenge geometry, and it was rejected as being unsuitable for publishing. I guess it was going against the chaos theory. Now what I've shown in front is that the rings of balls are going around the center point concentrically, getting larger and larger. But there's another way of doing it also, is going from one point. So let's take a look at this other way. Okay, now you can see that it's rotating around each polygon and going from one point, and it's getting a bigger polygon all the time, keeps on repeating. Now if you look at the polygon edges, I thought they would stay all the same size, but that is not true. The edge of the polygon is determined by the arc, the circumference of the arc. Now what I'm showing in front is working in 2 dimension, but if we work in 3 dimension, this will probably give us the fingerprint type of geometry. And this also gives the same type of geometry as you see with some of the seashells. The seashells start on one point and then they radiate away from that point. So this needs a bit more research working in 3 dimension. I'm pretty sure we're going to get the seashells perfect on this situation. Okay, when I was working on some of them drawings with Inkscape, I came up with some more stuff I'd like to show you about quad step. Okay, I'd like you to take a look at this first. I'm showing the balls as little cubes as well, but this is in 2 dimensions, so I'm showing you the rings and squares. Now look at this assembly in front. I'm showing you a perfect rhombus, which is the shape of a cube. Now look at the edges of the rhombus. It's following the red, yellow, purple, cyan, red sequence in many directions. Okay, I'm going to show you another example. Now this one shows a sloping parallelogram, and you can see that the quad steps are staggered this time. Okay, I'm going to show you another one, and this is a right angle triangle. Now this one, like the others, can be rotated 90 degrees about. Okay, for the next example, I'm going to show you the pine cone first. And on this one, it shows a 2-to-1 rhombus. Okay, let's take a look at this quad step geometry. Now I show each of the squares as 10 by 10s, and I show the calculations as well. Please don't give me a hard time if I screwed up on the calculations. Okay, the next is going to be the pineapple. Now you can see that the hexagons are made up by the quad step sequence in a slope in both directions. Red, yellow, purple, cyan, red, yellow, purple, cyan, red, yellow, purple, cyan, with both slopes. Anyway, I thought it would be good for you to see this in 2 dimensions. It's easier to understand. Anyways, I've got one more thing to show you. On the subject of this helical form, this type of string geometry can form hexagons or pentagons, whatever. So I'm showing you a little example of what you can do. What I'm showing in front is the geometry of carbon fiber, and this could be done in 3 dimensions also. Well, I think I've showed enough on this video of how important quad step string geometry can be, and I hope there's a couple of people in the world that will take an interest in quad step and give chaos a rest. So anyways, I'm going to call it a day now. So this is Paul saying thank you very much for watching my video.